actually called Icing Images and asked them to send me some. So there's 2 different ways you can do it.
So they sent you samples?
Yes, they sent me a 5-piece sample, and then everybody gets one.
Oh, sweet.
And if yours ends up and you can't,
Maybe I can make my
and you
own
think,
paper.
oh, this is trash, it's not. There's a way to fix these if they seep out.
How?
You break the ice mold off.
There you go, it pops out.
Jason, can you have those little scraps that you just broke up?
You can
Reuse
reuse it.
Reuse it?
Because it has the image stuck to it.
But if it was clear.
If it was clear, I could have. If it was clear, I could have.
Or if you remelted it, could you get the backing off of it and then kind of scrape it?
The paper will melt at a higher temp.
So, oh,
Do you want to pass those?
yeah.
Okay.
Pass one this way, pass one this way. Does anybody have any questions? Yes?
How long after you melt that do you have to remelt it? I mean, what's your working time with it?
Just like I say, depending on the thickness, if you have it maybe say here, you probably don't have that long. If you have it to here, you probably have it a little bit longer than you would down here.
Basically, it
How do
comes
you
down
know
to
when you
consistency.
need to
30 minutes.
And the temperature around.
And the temperature around you.
Jason, how do you know when it's a good time to remelt?
Wait, right now this probably would be a pretty good time to remelt because when I do it, there is some resistance on it, so I know. Probably heat this up.
I have a question. What do you do with your leftover material? Can you save it like you do chocolate and reuse it or not?
You can actually. I could right now.
How do you save it though? Do you pour it out like with chocolate? When I have excess, I just pour it out, smooth it, and then break it up and put it back in for later use.
You could.
You could pour it into little puddles if you wanted
Yeah.
to.
Or
Or into ice cube trays that are thick enough to support it, the heavy silicone ones.
Or you can leave
Or
it
you
in that?
could leave it right in the cup and seal it up in a airtight container or a Ziploc bag with a desiccant. And it'd be fine to come right back to.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh, but you don't want to put it in your good measuring cup, because then you'd be out of the measuring cup.
Well, you get one.
I couldn't see you, so
Designate
I'm
measuring cup.
not being a smart aleck. But how did you attach the icing sheet? Did you put that down first into the
Yeah.
cookie cutter?
what I did was I had my icing sheet and I put my cookie cutter on it and cut it out,
Okay.
and then I poured my ice mold in.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay.
I have a question, Jason. How do you clean your measuring cup after you use it? Just water.
Water and soap.
No, you can just put it in the dishwasher too.
It's water soluble.
Water, yeah, it's sugar, it's just water soluble. Yeah, it's just like pouring regular granulated sugar into your sink and turning the tap water on. And if you notice, Jason kind of moved the cookie cutters, the metal ones. What's great about them is that they have some movement to them. And that's what you really want to do. I don't know if you could see in the back that he actually was stretching them a little bit versus just trying to pop it out.
Oh,
If you tried to pop it, it's likely going to crack on you, but he did a little bit of movement to it, and that's what releases it.
Oh,
trying to get it out.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see that back there.
I have a question. On the silicone molds that we sometimes use, because we're not as creative as you, how do you get the product out of the silicone mold?
The silicone is bendable, so basically I would just bend it and pop it out.
Okay, thank you, Jason.
Good questions you're getting.
Can you spray the cookie cutters with Pam instead of vegetable oil?
Yes.
That's what we use.
That's what I
He
use.
did use, he just
Oh,
spread it
okay.
with his
See,
fingers.
sorry.
And again, do you need a really thick coating?
No.
Is that why you didn't spray it as opposed to put it on with
Yeah.
your finger?
That's why I just did a little dip on my finger and then I spread. Put it in.
You just spray it.
That's why you didn't see it, and then you did it with his finger.
I see. Yeah, I thought it was vegetable.
No,
So after you make these, do you have to keep them in airtight containers so they don't start
Yes.
getting sticky?
Yeah. Because if the air gets too hot, the sugar will melt itself.
It gets sticky.
It gets
It
sticky.
gets sticky. Absorb
Just like
the
molar
moisture
candy.
in the air.
But one of the great things about cake play is after 24 hours, it does what? Fully dries out.
Yep.
And then can you actually put these into those cute little lollipop bags as gifts?
Yes, you can.
So now, wait, so after 24 hours, you said it's fully dried, so then I don't need to put it in the bag? Or I
They
do?
won't get sticky anymore, right?
Sticky anymore. So
Yeah.
just the first 24 hours is the critical.
Yeah, 24 hours and it just,
And then it's good.
Would make good gingerbread cookies.
oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Stained
How,
glass
how long
house.
have you been playing with Isomalt and what's one of, have you won any competitions using it?
Yes, I've won competitions using it, and I've been playing with it for about a year.
And what show did you win competitions at?
I actually won the cake show.
Art?
Yes,
The San Diego Cake Show?
yes, I won the San Diego cake show.
Wow.
In your age
Would
division?
you recommend people try for it and put cakes into a competition?
Yes, I would definitely say when you have your cakes, put Isomalt on it.
What cake did you do for the cake show?
Mine was the dragon.
Oh,
I think I remember that one. That was a good one.
And what do you learn from entering
From this
cakes?
last one?
What I learn is when I do it, I go in and I look at all the other cakes and I compare them to mine. Did I do this? Did I do that? And I compare them with the different cakes. from
So
what's
you're
there.
pushing yourself, it's not that you're trying to achieve something else, you're trying to push yourself to another
I
limit?
push myself to another limit to see, can I do this or can I not?
And
Excellent.
you're really a midget that's 23?
So to anybody that might be a little afraid to enter a cake competition, what would you say to them? If I came to you and I said, you know, I don't think I'm good enough, what would you say to me?
I'd say that's not a word.
Yes, that's not a word. This is a 10-year-old.
10 years old?
10 years old.
How long have you been a cake master, I should say? Not a cake decorator, but a cake master.
I'm just a beginner.
How long have you been doing it, though?
I've been doing it for 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Imagine what you think is by the time you're 16.
I know.
Exactly.
Got it?
Say, we knew that boy when
Wow.
We knew him
We
when.
knew him.
We knew him when, that's
Your
right.
friend Peggy, Todd, his class over here in Isomalt,
Yep.
the snowman that's up there in the box. Yesterday, you all missed it, too bad for you.
Oh, it was interesting. See the little snowman up there? That's Linda's. So Linda finished hers after we had the whole bottom cracked on hers and she put it back together and she did a phenomenal job. Wow. She did.
You said a lot of words.
Oh, see, now we have our 23-year-old
There you
president.
go.
But he has to animate again.
Yeah. Round show, I didn't know you were here.
Hold on.
Is that thing animated?
Yes.
It will be, hold on.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Do you have gifts for everybody?
Yes, but first I would like to say thank you to Cake Play for supplying me with Isomalt, Icing Images for supplying me with icing sheet, Linda Bills for letting us have the meeting here. And my assistant Peggy.